What's up, it's your boy L.Dre. I'm back with my annual Black Friday plugins deals video. Pretty much this is the only time of year that I would recommend buying plugins for real. In this video, I'm going to be showing my top 10 favorite plugins that just so happen to be on sale. And I pretty much only shop on plugin boutiques, so shout out to them. The links for all these plugins will be below the like button. But before we get into it real quick, I'm about to do something a little reckless, but it's for the people. L.Dre Drum Kit Volume 4. It's done, it's finished, and it's out right now, and I'm starting it with a discount. So on my website, proudbylldre.com, all sample packs are 35% off. Use this code. And another thing I never do because I'll just lose money is my merch and my vinyls are also going to be 20% off with this code. So yeah, this is the first time I'll have brand new things on sale. I don't know if it makes sense financially for me, but I thought it'd be a cool thing to kick off the new sample pack. So let's get into these plugin deals. First things first, potentially my most used plugin of all time, Lounge Lizard. I'm not gonna lie, I start almost every single lo-fi beat using Rhodes. And I have Keyscape, I have the full contact complete whatever. I have all that, and I always come back to using Lounge Lizard. Can't recommend it enough. It's usually $200. Now it's $89, just 90 bucks. That's a steal. Next up, we got Hybrid 3. Now this is a very interesting plugin because sometimes you can get it for like $10 randomly, but I haven't seen it for $10 in a very long time. The usual price is $120, but you can actually get it right now for just $29, which is a steal in my opinion because as y'all know, this is the plugin where I get the soft soul bass preset that I use in all my top songs, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Dear Guitar, everything. I'm always using this bass, and $30 is a steal, super underrated plugin. Next up, we got 3-in-1 because XLN Audio is doing 50% off all their plugins, and they have a bunch that I like. But main deal, because I'm going in order of my most used plugins, RC20 Retro Color. I mean, it's the goated tape sounding lo-fi wobble effect plugin there's tons of others out there. This is my personal favorite. It's the king. The original price is $100, completely worth it at that price, but you can get it this week for just $50. And then honorable mention to XO. I did a full video on XO a while ago. I actually used it to make some of the loops in L.Dre Drum Kit Volume 4. And obviously another honorable mention to Addictive Drums too. If you want live sounding drums in your beats, this is the go-to plugin for it. It's unmatched. Now this is the somewhat new kid on the block. Lifeline Console and Lifeline Expands in a bundle for just $60. Usual price $138 for both of these plugins. I've done videos on these plugins in the past. I personally use them a lot, especially when I'm making my drum kits, and these plugins work really well together. I personally like to use Expands for individual sounds. Lifeline Console I like to use for broader sounds, melodies, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, very solid deal to get both of them. Next up, you know, Sound Toys is OGs in the game right now. I personally use Little Altar Boy a lot for vocals. Decapitator is also really good, but my main recommendation for this video, Little Altar Boy. I've been having this plugin for years now. It's currently only 40 bucks. Original price is 100. So with this plugin, you can get really cool effects on vocals like pitching and stuff like that. You can also use it on different instruments and melodies and all that kind of stuff, but for vocals is where it really has shined for me. Next up, we got Baby Audio, which makes a ton of my favorite effects plugins. First one here that I'd recommend is Spaced Out. I use Space Out on melodies all the time, especially counter melodies and stuff like that to just spice up tracks. Usually it's $70, $40 is a steal. It's a no-brainer. I use this a lot. They have a lot of really cool plugins. I mean, honestly, I'd suggest just grabbing the bundle for 30% off because all these plugins are great. Comeback Kit is actually in my default Ableton template as the delay send. Really great delay. Next on the list is a company that I've recently fallen in love with in the past year, from their keyboards to their synths to their plugins. Arturia has grown on me a lot in the last year, and they're having 50% off everything. It's still technically pricey compared to the rest of everything just because of what you actually get. Honestly, if you have the money and you're debating all the other plugins in this video, there's a ton of crazy good instruments all bundled together. Normal price $600. To get all of those virtual synths for $300, it's a once a year kind of thing. And then you also have Pigments 3, super good plugin. It has a lot of similar sounds that you'll find in that full collection. The FX collection, also 50% off, also great. I've done a video on this. A lot of dope effects in there. You really can't go wrong with Arturia these days. So those are all the plugins I actually actively use all the time, but I did want to give 2 honorable mentions to Portal by Output. I've only used a trial, but I got a lot of producer homies that swear by it. Original price $150, it's now down to $96. I'd say that's a good steal. But if you don't want to spend that, a solid alternative is Spaced Out. It's not the same by any means, but you can get some similar sauce for 40 bucks instead if you want to do that. And then this is a throwback recommendation. M Rhythmizer. Back in the day when I was on Logic and everybody was on FL Studio, back in the trap days, the SoundCloud era, everybody was using Gross Beat in FL Studio, but you couldn't get that on Mac at the time. M Rhythmizer was my alternative to Gross Beat. Really intuitive plugin, a lot of effects similar to Gross Beat. $27, normally $54. I'd recommend it. But yeah, I'm not sure if that was 10, but those are my top 10 plugins that I personally would recommend. But if you're specifically here for lo-fi, and let's say you only had like, I don't know, 100, 200 to spend, I'd say Lounge Lizard for sure, RC20 for sure, Hybrid 3. That's my 3 lo-fi trifecta of plugins that you can't go wrong with. L.Dre Jump Kit Volume 4 is out now, 35% off for the first week of it being launched, which I don't know if I'm gonna regret, but yeah, go grab it. I'll do a full video on it soon. You can also grab some merch and vinyls for 20% off as well on my website, proudbylj.com. Thanks for watching. Shout out to Plugin Boutique, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.